Welcome back to another cult horror movie review. I felt like taking a look at another zombie movie, and this is one that I've already seen several times, but I thought it'd be interesting to watch it again and see if my opinion on it has changed over the years. So we're going with Let Sleeping Corpse Lie, also known as The Living Dead at Manchester Morgue, and 14 other titles. It's an Italian production, and I can't really figure out why it isn't recognized more for what it is. I mean, we've got the Romero trilogy, we've got Return of the Living Dead, 28 Days Later, Zombieland, but we never mention Let Sleeping Corpses Lie. Let's talk about it. But just before we get going, if there's a cult horror movie you'd like me to review, just leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to never miss out on another bad movie review every Friday and cult horror movie review every Tuesday. The main reason why I think it should be held to higher standards is because it actually makes an effort in giving us a more developed story, better than most other zombie movies. Ray Lovelock is starring as George, some Englishman who finds himself in one hell of a situation.
Thank you.
He and this woman named Edna make a shocking discovery. Yes, in the middle of the quiet English countryside, a farming machine using ultrasonic radiation to kill insects start bringing fresh corpses back to life. Once the killings start happening, they try to convince the local police, but they don't believe a word they say. In fact, the main detective grows more and more suspicious of the two characters and their involvement in the murders. Let's get the flaws out of the way. Since this is a slow burn, we don't get the zombies that come at us right away. It takes its time to introduce the different characters and setting, which is very honorable, but some scenes really did bore me. I won't sugarcoat it. I think there's a fine line between taking your time to develop the story and making the plot just drag like a pig in the mud. And here the balance is not always well respected. But, in the end, I think that it is still worth the wait, because what we get is a zombie horror movie with a little more depth than most of its counterparts. One thing this film has got is atmosphere. The setting of the small, gloomy, and isolated countryside, I really enjoyed the use of shadows and dark in order to set the mood, and the cemetery was also a great location to shoot this picture. There's obviously a strong anti-pollution message, and another theme that's present is intergenerational conflicts. But now, let's get down to the real business. What about the zombies? Well, they look rather simple, but they do the trick. I do find it too bad that there aren't that many, but still, once they get their hands on you, they'll tear you to pieces. In the uncut version, there's even a moment at the end where a living dead rips a woman's breast out. Savages. The Living Dead also make this very heavy and frankly unnerving breathing sound when they come back to life. I can assure you that it'll stick with you after hearing that. It's really creepy. Apparently the person behind those very heavy breathing sounds was Spanish director himself, Jorge Gro. There are a few similarities with Night of the Living Dead. While this film is much inferior to it, it definitely takes inspiration from it, adding color and ramping up the blood. And honestly, it doesn't do a bad job at it. So, on a bottom note, would I recommend this movie? Yes, I would. If you want a different kind of zombie film that stands out from the rest, this is the one to see. I recommend it.
They're getting irritated again, Clive. Come on, Bernard, the ministry won't.